You know, in the crypto world, new names pop up every single day. Some, they become legends. But let's be honest, most of them just fizzle out. But lately, one name has been showing up in searches over and over again: USOR. So today, we're gonna pump the brakes. No hype, no wild promises. We're just gonna walk through a clear, step-by-step guide to figure out what this thing actually is.
And for a lot of people, this is where it all starts. Just a simple search. You hear the name somewhere, a whisper of potential, and suddenly you're on the first step of a journey, a mystery that you really have to solve for yourself.
So what's the next thing you do? Naturally, you want to know what it's worth. The search for a price, it's really a search for potential, right? You're looking for a number, something tangible to grab onto. But as we're about to see, a price on a screen, that doesn't even come close to telling the whole story.
And here we are. This is the big one, isn't it? This is the question at the absolute core of everything. It's about trust, it's about legitimacy, and it's a question you have to ask about any new asset that crosses your path, not just this one.
This is what it all boils down to. Now, I'm not going to sit here and give you a simple yes or no. That's not what this is about. Instead, what I'm going to give you is the framework, the exact method you can use to analyze this or, frankly, any new token that comes along. All right, let's get into it.
So, let's start our investigation at square one. We're going to take a very slow, methodical look at the basic information available, or in this case, the lack of information. We have to build our case based only on the facts we can actually find.
Okay, so here's the first thing you need to grasp. Unlike something huge like Bitcoin or Ethereum, there is no single, universally agreed upon project page or definition for USOR. Now, that right there, that's a massive red flag. It doesn't automatically mean it's a scam, not at all, but it absolutely means this is deep in speculative territory and you need to be way more careful.
Okay, so what's next? Well, now we start looking for those early warning signs, the red flags, that can help us figure out the risk level of a project right from the get-go.
And here's where things get a little weird. When you look at the search data, you see this confusion between USOR and another term, USCR. This kind of thing is actually pretty common with brand new projects. Sometimes it's just an accident, but other times it can be a deliberate trick used by fakes to steal the hype from another project. The rule here is super simple. Never, ever invest based on a name you're not 100% sure about.
Look, a real project, it leaves a trail of breadcrumbs for you to follow. You should be able to find an official website without any trouble. There should be a white paper that explains what it is and a roadmap that shows where it's going. You should be able to see developers who are active or at least a community that's talking. And this is a big one, the info about the token supply has to be crystal clear. If those things are missing, it's not an investment, it's a gamble, period.
This brings us back to that question of price. People see a number and they think it represents real value. But that price means absolutely nothing if you can't actually buy or sell at that number. And this is where we need to talk about one of the most important concepts in all of finance: liquidity.
Liquidity is, well, it's everything. Think about it like this. High liquidity means you can sell a bunch of your asset and the price won't really budge. Low liquidity is the opposite. It means even if your screen says your coins are worth $1 million, there might not be anyone on the other side to actually buy them from you for that price. You could literally be stuck holding the bag.
So this is how the liquidity trap works, and it gets so many new investors. It all starts with a price that looks amazing, but you can only find it on some obscure website, not on any major trackers. Then reality hits. You try to sell, but oops, there are no buyers at that price. And finally, the trap snaps shut. A couple of people manage to sell small amounts and the price just collapses. And just like that, you're trapped.
So the big question is, how do you not fall for this stuff? Well, you have to start thinking like a pro. You have to learn how to verify your sources, how to separate the real, credible signals from all the noise you see on social media and in your DMs.
I need to be crystal clear here. If some random person slides into your DMs with a private link telling you to buy USOR now or get in on the ground floor, your only move is to walk away. Just block them and move on. Real projects build their communities out in the open. They do not pressure people in private messages. That is one of the biggest red flags you will ever see.
Let's just run through a quick due diligence checklist. First, you check a major, trusted exchange like Coinbase. Is USOR listed? As of right now, no. That tells you a lot. What about Reddit? Well, Reddit is great for getting a feel for what the community is saying, but it's a terrible place for fact-checking. The risk is high if that's your main source. And a private link from a stranger? The verification status is 0. And the risk is,
well, it's extreme. Okay. But we have to consider another angle here. What if USOR isn't trying to be the next big thing? What if its whole purpose is just to be a meme? Now that's a real category in crypto, but you have to approach it with a completely different mindset.
You have to understand, meme coins are a different beast entirely. They live and die based on social media hype, they often latch onto trending names or hot topics, and they usually have zero long-term utility or fundamental value. So here's the bottom line. If USO is a meme coin, you have to treat it like a lottery ticket. It's high-risk entertainment, not a place to park your life savings. All right, let's talk about those USOR price prediction 2030 videos and articles you're gonna see. Let me just say this once, loud and clear. Any long-term prediction for a token that has no real adoption, no utility, and no visible development team is pure marketing. It is not analysis, and you should never, ever base your financial decisions on it.
Okay, we're at the end of our investigation, and this is probably the most important part. Because before you ever put a single dollar on the line, you have to stop looking outward and start asking some tough questions of yourself.
You really have to look in the mirror and ask yourself this, and you have to be honest. Do I actually get what this project is trying to do? Do I understand the tech, the purpose, and all the risks involved, beyond just knowing the name? If the answer is no, the right move is to learn more, not to invest.
This might be the golden rule of investing in anything speculative. You must only put in an amount of money that you would be perfectly okay with losing. I mean losing every single penny of it. If losing that amount of money would hurt your life in any real way, you simply can't afford the risk.
And finally, for those of you who are a bit more tech savvy, there are a couple of final checks. First, has the smart contract been audited and verified by a company people trust? And second, is the project's liquidity locked? That's a mechanism that stops the developers from just pulling all the money out and running. These are crucial safety checks to avoid the most common scam.
So look, maybe USR becomes something huge, or maybe it just fades away like thousands of other tokens have. We don't know the outcome, but the process we just walked through, that's what's important. Because in a market this wild, your number one goal is not to get rich quick, it's to survive. And survival comes from doing calm,